Well, hey folks, I wanted to do a quick video on active target or live sonar. And when trolling for salmon, I typically shine this out the back of the boat in scout view, which is the widest view, so I can watch my spread of gear that is trolling back behind the boats. Now, this was coho fishing out in the ocean in September, and the coho usually are near the surface. They're in the upper portion of the water column. And what I did is I actually inverted the colors. I did this negative view of the screen to make it easier as I talk through it. Now, normally I don't use this color palette, but just for this video to kind of demonstrate what you learn about the fish behavior by using live sonar. Now, this is set at a scale, so it's 100 feet back behind the boat. So we're seeing 100-foot distance, the boat being right here, okay? And this being about 100 feet behind the boat. So you can see that right in here, this is my flasher. This is a lead, like 16, typically I'm using 16 ounces, 360 flasher, and then I usually have some herring or sardine or what have you on for my gear, okay? So the hard returns, that is the returns that are fish, that is gear, they're very obvious when you invert it in this particular color scheme. So it's very easy to see. So I'm going to go ahead and press play. This is, again, a recording of the screenshot. And you can see here, these are fish that are coming in. All right, look at right here. You see this fish? That's a salmon. These are more salmon here. And he's coming right up and he's pecking at my herring right here. You see this fish? Here's another fish over here, okay? This is another rod. You can see the 360, another rod here. See, this fish is over here. This fish is still following over here. Now here's another fish. He's going to come right in front of the other fish and peck at it. And the other fish falls behind a little bit. They're both following this, but they're not committing. Here's another fish here. Here's fish over here. This is a big school of coho. All right, you see they're still following. We're trolling around 2.5 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, depending on the current. And they are following this. They are pecking at it, and they will strip the bait. See, they're still following. Right here. 2 of them. That's my herring right here. That's a fish. That's a coho. Still following it. Now, there are things that you learn about this when watching these fish. And I've learned a lot of things that is always been anecdotal. So, for example, a quick change, like when you do a turn where the outside rod speeds up and the one on the inside slow down. Sometimes when these fish are following, that is enough to make them want to bite, and they'll attack it because of the change of speed. We've always had this anecdotal, we experience that when we're out on the water and we go, oh, and we met on the turn, the rod goes down. Well, now you actually see what's going on. You don't realize without live sonar that these fish sometimes are following for minutes. They're following, they're just not committing. And it's the change that causes them to react. The other thing is sometimes you'll see where the fish will actually swim out of the way of the bait. They want nothing to do with it. Now, who knows why that's the case, but you would never know this without having live sonar. So does it allow you to catch more fish? I don't know. But can you see that there are fish there? Yes, absolutely. Can you see that maybe there are fish that are somewhat interested, and just by changing things up that you might be able to entice a bite? Absolutely. And that's where this really shines. So hopefully this was useful, especially if you're looking at getting live sonar for your boat.